Hey everybody, this is the iTrue X6D dash cam. I got it about 2 years ago. It's currently up on Amazon for around 120 bucks. It was about the same price when I bought it 2 years ago. It's been an absolutely amazing dash cam. It's done a really good job. I happened to take it out of an old car that I had. And I got a new car, and it took me a while to try to put this one back in, and when I installed it, I happened to notice that it seemed that the unit was not turning on and off the way that it used to when I started the car, and it was having some issues. And I actually have another video that I'm going to show on my channel with how to wire this directly to your fuse box versus going to a cigarette lighter outlet that might be a constant on, which is the issue that I had. But anyway, to go back to this, what I discovered is that inside these units is a rechargeable battery, and over time that rechargeable battery loses its juice and it doesn't do as well. And like I said, this is about 2 years old, so it was time to replace this battery. After doing some research, I was able to find the battery on Amazon. It is a replaceable battery that you can get on Amazon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of take you through the process of how to take this apart and to get that battery switched out. And after I did it, it actually worked pretty well. Okay, there's 2 sets of screws that you need to take off in order to get inside the unit. The first is obviously right here where you can see there's a hole here and a hole here. The second set is actually behind this little piece here, so you have to pull this piece off, and there will be 2 holes down in here, and so you'll have to remove those screws as well. Now I've already taken those off because I wanted to try to expedite this video a little bit, but again, you want to take the screws out of here and here, and be mindful that they're super small, so make sure you put them somewhere that you can find them. When you get into the actual unit itself and you open it up, and again, the battery, I've already taken it off, but this is what the battery looks like, okay? And you'll see that it's a 300 milliamp. And this one here, obviously it was a rather cheap style battery. It's definitely not given much information here on the battery itself, but after doing some research on Amazon, I was able to find a replacement battery for it. And actually I'll show you what I got. Alright, and this is actually, it's called a high discharge LiPo battery. And the nice thing is with this kit, it was about 14 bucks. It actually comes with a charger for them, so you can actually charge it and, you know, bring up the life of the batteries if you need to before you install them. And the way that they come is they come in individual. There's 5 of them total, so you could actually technically get mathematically about 10 years of use out of your dash cam if you buy this kit. But it comes with those quick connect style plugs, but this is actually originally made mention of in the profile for the battery as a quadcopter replacement battery, so I guess that is what ends up going into a quadcopter of some sort. What I did was I ended up cutting the battery off. As you can see here, I cut that little connector off and just exposed the red and the black wires. When you go into the actual motherboard of it, you can see here there are 2 little spots where the battery had come off. This is your negative terminal right here, and here's your positive terminal. And as you can see, they kind of did a crappy job soldering the original battery on, but then what you do is at that point you take and just solder the new battery. And again, this is what it looks like. It's a 3.7 volt 300 milliamp lithium battery, and you're gonna just take and you'll solder these 2 ends on with your negative terminal here, your positive terminal there, and I'll just kind of quickly take you through that process of soldering it on, but I'll do it up at high speed because I know you guys probably, if you're at this point of doing this, you'll probably know how to solder anyway. So, all right. So once you have the battery soldered in place, like I've got here, what you want to do is, originally on the original battery, there was a little bit of like a sticky adhesive, kind of 3M double-sided foam tape that was on there. I just got some of that and pretty much set it up to do the same thing, to stick up into the inside of the unit. Just kind of stick that there, pull the cover back over, make sure everything fits nice and tight. Like so. Alright, and then we will give it a quick test to make sure everything turns on. And there it is. It's turned on, and as you can see, has a battery that's fully charged. Alright, we'll stop the recording there and then turn it back off. Alright, and then pretty much the putting back everything is in the reverse. One thing I will like to say is, when I was doing research of this, as you notice, this says iTrue. I've seen some other versions of pretty much the exact same camera, and it had a different name to it. Like, I think there was like one that was like a Vivo or a Viso. So obviously this is a generic style that's been created, and then companies are putting their logos onto them. So if you happen to see the same style of button set on the front, and set up on the back with the adjustable camera on the front and everything, more than likely this video will work exactly the same for yours. There may be a small detail difference in the way that the screws are set up on the unit, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. So good luck to you. Hopefully this helped, and have a great day.